live episode of the Europa League draw. It's Crisandro, of course, and this is quite an important one, really. It's going to be is the round of 16, of course, and well, Spurs I made it as you saw the other night when we beat Wolfsberger 8-1 in aggregate. It's well, the way our season's kind of boiled down. This is kind of like this is one of the only two trophies that we can go for now. We're already in the final of one, and that's the League Cup, where we take on Manchester City in April. And this is the second one. Of course, we got knocked out of the FA Cup in very dispiriting fashion in extra time against Everton, and we're doing quite badly in the league. We're 20 points off the top of the table right now, so I'm not going to challenge for the league title in any way, shape, or form. So this is the only tournament left now where we can, only other tournament, I should say, where we have a hope of picking up a trophy. And the draw's being held in Nyon, Switzerland, and it's it's an open draw, as opposed to the Champions League, where at this stage, even though um, in the round 16 in the Champions League, they'll still have country protection and they'll still have seedings, which I'm led to believe. But in the UEFA Europa League, that is not going to be the case. It's going to be an open draw, and our three English sides left in the competition, ourselves included, and that also includes Arsenal and Manchester United as well. And it's all depends on who you want to see in the next round. Really, it's going to be kind of interesting to see who's actually left. Um, those are the 16 teams, as you can see, where they're amongst it in alphabetical order. It's Ajax, our frenemies from the Netherlands. Um, it's going to be it will be kind of bittersweet if we actually get to play them. Last which also happened in the Champions League a couple of years ago, where we beat them in the semi-final memorably, uh, trailing overall 3-0 with 45 minutes of the whole tie to go. So that's the team that stands out. Obviously, Arsenal are in there as well. They scraped past Benfica last night. Manchester United, of course, are there. And then the other sides that are left, as you can see there, Dinamo Zagreb, which should be a very, very they'll be tough opponents, but I think they'll probably be the side I'll prefer to play. Uh, Dinamo Kiev, I'll say the unknowns. They're from Ukraine. Everyone knows about them and their Champions League exploits, but you never quite know what you get from them. Really, we never not quite know what you're going to get with Dinamo Kiev. They can be a tough side, and it has been a while since I've seen them as a major powerhouse in Europe. But you never know. They made it this far. They could still pose, a danger or two. Granada, the surprise packages, one would say they are the side that beat Napoli in the last round, 2-1 in aggregate. It showed me in the first leg they won 2-0 at their place, and then they lost 1-0 in Naples. So it shows that they can defend for their lives, and they're very, very good at defending. And that should be something that that should be something that we should kind of look out for. And then you got Milan, and Milan, we played them, of course, didn't we, in the Champions League some 10 years ago, and played very well against them. But obviously, it's a different Milan, and still, we're not quite sure what we're going to get from them. They don't seem to be doing that well in Serie A. Well, they're having like an up and down kind of last few years in Serie A, but here they are. So it's kind of hard to gauge, really. And then you got Mulder, the surprise package from the Netherlands. Good side, very good side, and very tricky side as well. The other side's there on the right hand side of the draw. You can see there Olympiacos, who of course we know from last season in the Champions League. Rangers, who are going great guns in Scotland at the moment. And you got Roma as well. And Shakhtar Donetsk. Slavia Prague is another team that stands out, really. And They're from the Czech Republic, obviously, and we played them twice in the last 10, 15 years. And and we've done quite well in both those games. Thanks, both for the comments. I know it was, but as I say, if you build it, they all come. But we shall keep it going. We shall see what happens, and who knows, might be able to get a bit of a following. And thanks for the compliment. Uh, and then you got young boys who, of course, we played in the Champions League qualifier some 10, 11 years ago. Remember that scare they gave us, going 3-0 up in the first 60 minutes in the first leg on their patch. We managed to pull that back to 3-2, and then we won the second leg 4-0. So we've got history with a lot of these sides. And Villarreal, who are, well, of course, are Spanish, and that's also where Juan Foyt is currently playing. So he's currently on loan there. So it'll be good to see him as well. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting draw. Whoever we get paired with, and we shall see. We shall see. But who would you fancy if you had the choice, if you had the chance, and if you had the opportunity to pick whoever? Who would you prefer? Um, as I said, my pick will probably be Dinamo Zagreb. Um, I think out of the the 14 remaining sides, 15 remaining sides, I should say, they look the side who are more capable of giving up a few chances. They are very tricky, especially going forward. Um, but we have but I would like to think that we have the firepower that I could deal with them. The other sides, I have to actually see in the flesh. I mean, Granada, after their explosion against Napoli, they have to be a dangerous side, haven't they? They have to be a dangerous side. And then and the other side as well. I mean, at this point, I don't want to face an English side, but chances are, we might do. Got two other English sides there. There might be a chance we could face them. So we shall see what happens, really. But it is going to be whoever we play is going to be a tough tie, and obviously at this stage of the competition, they're always going to be uh, quite massive challenges, and that's exactly what you want at this stage, because it means if you get to this stage, it means that you're one of the best sides in the tournament. Excuse the bang in the background. There's just a little bit of work being done in the street, but there are still easier ties, I would say, and there's always an easier tie to compare to the rest, and that's why, no disrespect to Dinamo Zagreb, I think they are a very good side, but I would probably prefer to play them at this stage than anybody else. But who would you prefer? Who would you think that? Who would you like to see us take on? But they're just going through the pleasantries at the moment in Nyon in Switzerland, and we've got Hakan Yakin on the screen there. I don't even remember him. He used to play for he used to play for Barcelona, if I remember rightly, in the 90s. But yeah, so they're just interviewing everybody and anybody. But probably the side that I don't want to play right now, if I had the opportunity, if I had to just say no, it would probably be at this stage more likely Roma, I would say, because you just never know what you're going to get with them, really. Milan, of the two Italian sides, Milan probably the side that are probably easier to try and navigate. But Roma going for the title, as it were, in well, last I checked, they're going for the title. Obviously, about a good month or so since the last check to this Serie A. So they'll be the side that you probably want to avoid. Villarreal, obviously, very tricky as well, and yeah, it's hard to say really, because it looks like most of the teams there are on a kind of a level footing. Rangers, obviously, we know how they're doing very, very well in Scotland at the moment, and they must have like a 18-point lead at the top of the table at this point in time. And it looks like they're going to romp towards the Scottish title there. So they're obviously going to pose a danger, and you're probably expecting to see them in the Champions League next season. So it is going to be So playing them in the Battle of Britain as well, and we don't seem to fare. Do we fare that well in battles of Britain? The last one I remember was about 10 years ago against Hearts in the Europa League qualifier, where we won 5-0 at theirs and then drew 0-0 at home. Very disappointing performance in the home. I know that the tie was all done and dusted, but still like to see a couple more goals go in. Rangers will be a lot tougher than that, and they are a lot harder to break down from what I've seen in games. Although um, it was that they played, Royal Antwerp found it quite easy in the first leg to get past them, scoring 3 goals. So, but they know how to put the ball in the back of the net. So I'm sure their mantra is if they score, if you score 3, then they're going to score 4, which is exactly what Rangers did. So it looks like the draw is about to take place now. So we shall see who will be drawn now. Oof. Right. So they're just talking through it all again. The thing with UEFA and their pleasantries, they do like to draw these things out. Really, it's about a whole hours worth of waffling, really. But in a moment or so, they should actually reach for that plastic bowl and pull out the first ball. But we shall see. We shall see what happens there. But here we go. So unfortunately, as because obviously it's UEFA, we don't have the license for UEFA. We can't actually show live action of the draw, which is why we're doing the watch along. So if you're watching on TV as well, so if you're watching on TV, let us know who you actually wants to draw in this round. I know the obvious one for many people will be Arsenal, but it's a case of trying to get through this round and then getting into the business end. So obviously you'll meet bigger sides as you progress. That's obviously we want to try and get our foot in the door, as it were, to try and get the momentum built. So let's see what happens. Now the first ball is about to come out. So here we go. And it's Ajax. The Ajax are out. And by the way, the games for these the dates for these games, I should say, are the 11th and the 18th of March. So Ajax against Young Boys. So that's the first tie that has been confirmed. First tie that has been confirmed now. So Ajax against Young Boys. Dynamo Kiev have now been drawn. So Dynamo Kiev, the first leg will be at home. And Dynamo Kiev will take on Villarreal. So Villarreal away to Dynamo Kiev in that first game. And Roma. So Roma are so this is going to be the third game. As you can see, the other teams at the bottom, you can see Ajax versus Young Boys has been confirmed. Dynamo Kiev against Villarreal has been confirmed, and Roma have been drawn out now. So Roma take on Shakhtar Donetsk. That's an interesting tie, actually. I'm not quite sure. I can't actually say who might win that one. That's quite a good tie. So the fourth game out will be Olympiacos. Olympiacos drawn out. Do apologise for the screen there. It looks like oh, there we go. Lighting issues. Olympiacos against Arsenal. Did they not meet in the group? That's the thing about open draws. It's you just end up meeting the same sides again. But this was always going to happen. So Olympiacos against Arsenal, that's been drawn out there. Dinamo Zagreb, the team that I want to play. So, will I get my wish? Will I get my wish, I wonder? And I do! What can I say? I get my wish. So, that's been confirmed. Dinamo Zagreb versus Tottenham Hotspur. Dinamo Zagreb versus Tottenham Hotspur. Manchester United now been drawn out. So what do you think of that draw then? We take on Dinamo Zagreb. And Manchester United take on AC Milan. So Manchester United versus Milan. That's been confirmed as well. So yeah, tell us what you think. It's Dinamo Zagreb against Spurs. And for everyone else as well, Olympiacos take on Arsenal and Manchester United take on Milan. So those are three English sides that have been confirmed. Rangers are now out. I don't think I just missed the ball there because my picture kind of jumped for a minute there. Yes, Slavia Prague versus Rangers is the other game. So you're happy with that? Next month we go to Croatia. I just wish I could go. There's one game that I've been wanting to go to. When we take on Dinamo Zagreb. Because you see there, Slavia Prague against Rangers as well. Granada take on Molde. Right, that's been confirmed now. So there you go. So what do you think then? Because that's actually the game that I wanted, and that is the because I just kind of thought, no disrespect to Dinamo Zagreb, of course, but I kind of wanted a game that was just more not easy because I tell you what, they are not going to be easy, but it's a team that you just kind of expect to kind of put on the back foot and to try and panic into getting a result, if you know what I mean. And they can come forward. My God, they can come forward. But we should have enough about us to actually stop them. You know, actually to defend against them. But I'm going to do a little bit of brushing up now of the players and whatnot, and hopefully, hopefully we be able to get through to the next round. But tell us what you think, because and also for the other games as well, especially for the English sides, you got Arsenal taking on Olympiacos, and you've also got Manchester United taking on Milan. Is that a good game for them? Because you kind of expect. I don't know. Especially you do kind of expect Milan to actually do the business there, and you kind of expect not Milan, sorry, Manchester United to do the business there, and you kind of expect them to get through to the next round. But who knows? Who knows? There's going to be one hell of of a game, and then the Olympiacos against Arsenal as well. That's not going to be any easier. So you just have to kind of well, you just gotta have to hope that this is going to be our year, especially with the way the draw has manifested for everybody else. Um, you just have to hope that if we get our head right, and we get our performances right, that we will actually prevail, get through to the next round. I don't know. I just so want it to be our year. You know, I just wanted a European trophy, and I just want it to be our year, really, because it's been since 1984 since we last won the European trophy, and that for me, for a team that claims to be big, is not good enough. It's really not good enough, and I mean, and if we want to be the type of side that aims to be the aims it sees themselves as up there, we have to try and progressively win. I mean, you see Sevilla. Sevilla, for example, they are perennial winners of this competition. Doesn't matter if they start off in the Champions League; they always come drop down into this tournament and they win it. Seems like forever since they did win it. We can't claim to be even on par since to Sevilla, but because they win these kind of trophies, we have to do that sort of thing. I mean, I see a lot of Spurs fans who think this competition is beneath them. Why? The last thing that we won was a League Cup in what 2008. We don't have a divine right to believe that we're bigger than what we are. But to actually go out and win a trophy like this is a prestigious trophy. It doesn't matter what you might think. I know they're revamping it next season, but it is a prestigious trophy. It's still a European trophy, a recognised European trophy. It gets you into qualifying for the European Super Cup, if you like, to become the ultimate side in Europe. I don't know. Actually, I don't know what the point is of the Super Cup, but it is it is a sanctioned European trophy, and for us, who consider ourselves to be a big side, to not even have won it since the early '80s, that is not good enough as far as I'm concerned. But it is what it is, and we just have to try and fix that. And it's good to know that for Jose Mourinho, his last trophy, his last ever trophy, and that was only a couple of years ago, was the Europa League with Manchester United. So we have the manager who knows how to win this competition, and he is hoping that that he does that for us. Tell us what you think. Write in the comments below. Like and share this, and let us know what you think. Spurs take on Dinamo Zagreb of Croatia. The first leg being in Zagreb. Is it the Maximia Stadium? If I remember off the top of my head. That'll be on the 11th of March, and the second leg will be in at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, of course, and that is going to be on the 18th of March. It's going to be, well, I think the quarterfinals as well is going to be in March as well as at the beginning of April, one of the two. But it is going to be, as there's a confirmation right there. So Dinamo Zagreb versus Spurs. First leg that progress on the 11th, second leg on the 18th. So you can watch along on both of those on this channel, and we'll hopefully be able to get through that and onto the round of 8, which is the quarterfinals, of course. But I'm sorry, I'm just getting a little bit excited because the thought now getting into the quarterfinals of the competition is now becoming a realization for me. And so here's hoping that we do the business and that we get through this round and we go on and win this trophy. I like to be, I like to decide in Gdansk in Poland, where the finals being held. And here's hoping. But thanks for watching this one. Thanks for watching this and joining along with me. And look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks when we will have a live stream along with Bill for this of the Dinamo Spurs game on the 11th of March. Look forward to seeing you then. Thanks again for watching, and you all take care. Come on, you Spurs, and see you again soon. Bye-bye.